He's Kane County Sergeant Ron Hain. He seized thousands of pounds of drugs and millions in cash off the streets. But as investigator Brad Edwards reports, he's not without controversy.
This is what I do for a living. I work the highways, and we're looking for contraband.
This is Sergeant Ron Hain. As is this, using his drill, hunting for drugs in a car on I-90. Hain is a nationally recognized expert in highway interdiction. His resume of seizures includes
over 4,000 pounds of marijuana and over $3 million in cash.
That's a lot.
It is.
He's pushing the envelope in a way that people should feel very uncomfortable about.
Attorney Blake Horowitz has filed 3 federal lawsuits against Kane County and Sergeant Hain. One client is America Martinez, pulled over because something dangled from the rearview mirror. Then Hain allegedly smelled weed. It led to her detainment. She was eventually strip searched by a female officer.
She made me squat and pull my butt cheeks apart. I felt embarrassed.
No drugs were found on her or her father. No drugs were found in the vehicle. A small amount was found on another passenger, but the drug charges were dropped because a judge said the strip search was illegal. Still, their car was seized, as was $5 grand in cash, they say, from a tax return. And they never got that vehicle or cash back.
Never.
He's using the legal process to grab as much money as he can for the government, for Kane County.
Are you policing for profit?
Absolutely not. I will say, as far as the Martinez lawsuit, any lawsuits, I cannot comment on that.
Hain also wrote a book.
In your book, you called seizing of motorists' cash a, quote, tax liberating gold mine.
What I mean by that line is that that money is the people's money.
Hain also works as director of marketing for Desert Snow, a for-profit company that trains officers on, in part, how to seize assets.
Some of your naysayers will say you specialize in the gray area.
Interesting.
Right up to the line.
These naysayers will tell you I take it right up to the edge because they dismiss all those suspicious circumstances. I am bound by law that if I recognize indications of criminal activity, I have to take action.
2 federal lawsuits against Hain were recently settled for just over $60,000. America Martinez's suit is still pending. Hain now plans to run for sheriff of Kane County. A spokesperson for the current sheriff declined to comment. Eric and Rob.
So the woman in this story, there were no charges against her. The
Right.
passenger, the charges were dropped. So
Right.
how is it that they still can't get their cash or their vehicle back?
Yeah, they never saw that $5,000 again, never saw that vehicle again. And that's one of the big questions about interdiction and seizures. It's not something that favors those who have it seized. Sometimes you got to get a lawyer and fight, and it can cost more money than you've even lost. And this is not an isolated case when it comes to that.
It's the people's money, but it depends on what the person's being pulled over for, though. Don't you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Brad.